So apparently it's been 15 years since we recorded Stigmata High-Five. Holy shit, time flies by. Well, thanks to our buddy Steve Chartier for joining us for this stream. We hope you'll enjoy it, and see you next time. Cheers. Hello.
Hi.
Hey.
How are you guys doing?
Hello.
Doing good, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah?
Hello, chat.
Summer slaughter? It is
What?
summer slaughter.
This is winter slaughter.
Thanks for joining us. Summer slaughter.
What's up?
So
Alright.
Stigmata High-Five, eh?
Yeah. Exactly what we're not listening to right now. That's the whole stream. We actually dislike this album. Salut Alain.
Awesome. A lot of people... See, oh, John! There's John!
Hey, John.
John
Oh.
from Syracuse!
Oh, hi. Hi, McGee. Hi. Cool of you to show up.
Is that a deli sink?
I don't know what... Is that a beer?
What-
Daily Sank is an orange juice,
Oh.
but like really cheap and sugary kind of.
No, it's this. It's like juice.
I know what you guys are drinking, but this is what's going on here.
So we are drinking.
Oh, come on, Topon. This is a family stream.
Not anymore, motherfuckers!
Juice.
Hide your kids!
Hey, Dan. Five alive.
Five alive, high five.
Yeah, I know.
Stigmata High alive.
Stigmata
I'm
five
going
alive. Oh, yeah.
So before we get started, we gotta give a word from our sponsor, Symphony X.
Yeah.
Thank you, Symphony X, for sponsoring this live stream. We won't let you down.
Oh, we will. I promise.
Yeah, I think we're a grind band. I think we let them down by default.
Yeah. So make sure you check out the new Symphony X album.
I bought this shirt 20 years ago.
Is that the new album?
No. The
So
first Canadian
technically,
show.
you could have worn it when we played shows or recorded Stigmata
Oh, yeah.
High-Five.
Oh, definitely.
Tom.
I love that people are just giving us like all their memories of, it's all like 15 years ago for everybody. Like, this album brings memory to us, but to you guys too. I see in the comments, it's pretty cool.
Curious how the split with SMES came about. Dude, that was last month. You're a month late asking that question. Oh, Razban.
You are, maybe.
You're drinking the vodka. That's right.
Yeah, Raz probably thinks that this is just a meme, so that's why he's here. Just meme shopping.
We don't even have sweatpants anymore. You gotta figure out which one of us is actually wearing pants. Is that the same shirt you wore on Sejep? Probably. You've had,
Yes.
I'm pretty sure Villa's been wearing the same shirts for as long as I've known him, and that's about, getting close to 20 years, so.
Yeah. Yeah. I also got fat because I just stayed home for a year and drank beer. So I went back to my large t-shirts.
Wow. Don't blame it. Don't blame it on the coronavirus.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
So, should
yeah.
we give a bit of backstory on how Stigmata High-Five?
We could probably start talking a little bit. I think at least kind of jump into the beginning of this kind of era of the band. And yeah, if you guys got any questions about this, let's not get off topic. Be sure to write them in the comments. We'll do our best to try and answer them. So, if I think back to this era, it kind of started with where the Legacy of Hopelessness era ends.
Yeah, more like a lot of splits and EPs. Like I think it was us buckling down for an album, and it was kind of a different era. Was it? Yeah.
So Vil was already playing with us. I think he joined in the band in the summer of 2005.
Yeah.
We did a tour.
Like May, April.
Yeah.
And who else? Like for the writing, when we started writing, so there's Vil.
Well, a lot of this stuff I think was already, a lot of the Stigmata High-Five album was already written before Vil joined, right? Am I right? Or am I wrong?
The what? Sorry?
Said a bunch of the Stigmata High-Five songs were already written.
Yeah. Yeah, there was like a decent amount of music that was already written. I wrote like mainly like leads and solos for Stigmata, and a bit of Carve Your Heart Out.
So on drums we had back then when we were writing we had Tim.
Yeah. We had Tim playing drums, and Marc-André Mongeon was the bass player, and Dave Menard was playing guitar.
But then we had some changes in.
Yeah, but Dave, I know, like Dave had a good amount of input in. I know, like the Wrecking, like he wrote that whole clean section that's in the Wrecking, and I think Marc-André Mongeon had a couple of riffs in La Dernière Image. But anyway, yeah, we were playing all those songs, except for Carve Your Heart Out. Carve Your Heart Out, Vil and I wrote. And that's kind of Vil's start of playing drums, is basically with that song.
Yeah.
Yeah, we wrote that one. All down there. So yeah, summer 2005, Vil joins the band. We did a bunch of touring, I think right away. Actually, we were looking at an email.
Was Steve there?
No, Steve wasn't there yet. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
No, Steve was there.
Steve joined like a week after.
Yeah, because basically Mel and I were kind of like in this like super gung-ho, we're gonna go fucking nuts and be a full-time grindcore band. I know that's just like...
It sounds like the stupidest thing.
Yeah, that's a brilliant idea. Who wouldn't think of that? I'm gonna be a full-time grindcore band. Why didn't I think of that? Let's do that. So really, yeah, we were like, let's go. So basically, of course, no sane person was going to follow us.
So we lost the second guitar player. We lost our bass player.
Yeah, we lost Dave, and we lost
Marc-André, and that's when Vil and Steve joined.
Yeah, Vil and Steve joined, and Tim was still the drummer at that time. And the first tour we did with you guys was the Great White North tour. Great White North was like a record label in Montreal at that time that was doing stuff for us. They put out Backstabber Etiquette for us, and they were going to put out Stigmata High-Five, but I guess we'll get to that. And we did a tour like kind of with a band called The Mass from Montreal and a band called Brief Respite.
Yeah.
And we went out east with them.
And then did we try the pre-prod then, close after that?
I don't know. Pre-prod. I can tell you when we tracked the pre-prod.
Can't even remember. Actually, maybe we should...
October. Huh?
Let's bring someone else that can help us with...
yeah, because I'm going to keep making mistakes.
All right, so we're going to bring Steve. He used to play bass with us.
Yay!
Just give me just give me a second. I have to do everything myself. This is weird.
Drum roll.
All right. Hey, Steve.
Hey.
Hi.
Are you muted? No, you're not muted.
He's muted.
Oh.
This is this year his catchphrase.
Of course.
Are you muted?
Trust us. We are prepared.
That's so weird.
Yes. I think Steve played with us like that crazy Stigmata High-Five touring time. Like we did an insane amount of shows in 2015, 2016, and 2017, I think is like it was nuts. Like more shows almost than days at home. Like I remember an air mattress being more of a bed than a bed.
We did a lot. We're still figuring out Steve's audio.
Yeah. Can you talk? It's so weird.
Oh.
Oops.
Maybe we can figure this out. All right, let's check some. Let's see what people are saying. All bills.
Steve's a cool guy.
Steve is a cool guy. Can't wait for MDF 22. Yeah. We were excited to play MDF 20 and MDF 21, and now we're going to play MDF 22.
Actually, I gotta admit, that was relief a bit for MDF 21 not happening, because it's kind of scary to travel right now. It's not necessarily first thing you think of doing. It's like, hey, let's take a trip across the country to another country in a festival. Mm-hmm. Might not be the best time, so I'm happy it's postponed to 2022.
Are we getting anywhere with the audio?
I don't know. Talk, Steve? What the hell is that?
Steve.
Est-ce que tu cliques? Ah, il y avait quelque chose en bas à droite.
He's there.
Yeah.
Try and get out of the Discord server and come back.
Let's try that.
It's probably gonna fuck everything up, but let's see.
So yeah, we in the meantime, to keep on the story, we did these tours with Misery Index as well at Era, but we did a pre-prod. Did we track the pre-prod ourselves for that?
The pre-prod for the whole album, yeah, we did ourselves.
Yeah.
But we did record 2 songs with Matt Connell, who was the original drummer.
And was the goal to these 2 songs recorded with Matt to shop for label? Was it the plan? Why did we record 2 songs?
Yeah, I think we were gonna shop for a label. I think that was the idea. Let's see if we can get Steve back here.
Steve.
Hello? Steve? Does he see it? Do you see us?
Yeah, he's on mute.
You hear me now?
Yeah!
There you go.
Oh,
Hey,
Just like a
we did
fucking
it.
show.
That was gonna be
it's
an
even
awkward
louder
hour.
than before.
Okay.
So you test everything beforehand so nothing goes bad, and then as soon as you start, everything shits the bed.
Oh, thanks for joining for trip down memory lane.
Just can't see Topon and no.
No?
Well, you got the best looking guy left.
But yeah, man, thanks. It's awesome. We actually, before this even idea happened, we were like talking a bit, you know.
Where were we?
Where were we? In this whole story?
Stigmata High-Five.
Yeah. I guess when you joined the band. So you joined the band just like around the same time as Bill, right? Is he there still?
It's just you and me, Vil.
No,
Is he not
we're
hearing
all
me?
there. I don't know what. Do you not hear Topon?
Can't see or hear Topon.
What?
Oh, you hear?
Oh, there is everything.
You got
Cool.
us now?
You guys hear me?
Oh, you
Yes.
can hear you. Can you hear us?
Right. Can hear
Okay.
everything now.
All right.
Awesome. 2005 all
Much
over
for the
again.
test.
All right, let's get back to what we were saying, or I guess what I was saying. Summer 2005, you joined the band, right?
Yeah, I think we joined in April or May or something.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
pretty
We
close.
toured and then we toured that summer. Yeah.
Yeah, with Emmet. And-
yeah.
Oh,
Heaps
Brief
of guests.
Respite.
Yeah,
And Brief Respite as well.
Yeah.
The Mask.
Emeth is like
Uh,
2007.
Oh, whoops. Okay.
Yeah, that was after.
It's all a blur.
And did we go out? We went out west. Did we go
Yeah,
out
we
west?
crossed Canada after the Maritimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did like a 4-week tour, like pan-Canadian tour.
Yeah. It was really like we were just going to tour as much as we possibly could and play as many shows as we possibly could.
Yeah, that was the
I think
vibe,
that was
huh?
the idea.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
just like, let's just go full on out. And we were like pretty going crazy. Like this is like, you know, we jammed 4 nights a week. We played probably every weekend. So there's 6 days right there. We basically like you know, like lived, eat, and slept this band in that time. It was a really crazy time. And I feel like actually, because I did listen a bit back to some Stigmata stuff, and I was like, it's almost like I think we're at one of the peaks of our chops, just because we were playing so much at that time.
Yeah. Listening back a bit to Stigmata, I was like, I can't fucking like the Hyperblasts. There's no way on earth I can play that shit now.
Yeah,
No
and
way.
some of those riffs are just like, holy fuck, like that's fucking hard. How would we rewrite that? But it was cool. I don't know. That was the period at that time. I guess we'll get to that once we're like listening to the album.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know what other kind of backstory we have.
Well, so one thing to say is like, so you touched a bit on that is we recorded 2 tracks. We had a pre-prod, but 2 tracks we recorded and we sent to a few labels. We were gonna release with Remy.
Yeah.
And then so Topon has this amazing black and white copy of this is
Well, it's the same color as the original.
yeah.
So this is we recorded the song Taken from the Nest and the song The Wrecking with our original drummer Matt Connell, who was getting into audio at that time and he was doing a bunch of recordings.
And we sent that to a few labels. I remember specifically we had Screen a nice design on like craft paper and wrapped this black and white shitty CDR in there and put a t-shirt, and we sent it to a few labels, and we were pretty fucking stoked when Relapse got in touch with us saying that they were interested to release it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't
That
remember
picture?
how it...
Oh, the story is juicier than that. It's funnier
What?
than that, at least.
What story?
How we got in contact with Relapse.
We were in the studio. Like Vil and I were in Montreal. We were in the studio recording the album. And checked our email one day. Or our MySpace. Who knows?
I remember-
MySpace was a thing
It was an email.
back then. Yeah, it was an email, and I was like, "Holy fuck!" Relapse got back to us, and
Because
you
I
know
remember
they're actually.
it was like
What were you
one
gonna say?
sentence. It was something stupid like, "Hi,
You're signed.
we here's your chopper." No, it was something stupid. Yeah.
Oh my god.
What's your bank account number? Get ready.
Yeah.
But yeah, because I remember it was something like, "Hello, we would like to work with you. Yours truly, Relapses." And because I remember every day we would like spend the day recording and then go back to your parents' place, Mel, in
Saint Bruno.
Montreal and Saint Bruno, and just listen to the album like over and over again. And I remember like checking the email and me and Topon being like, "Oh shit! Oh
yeah, it was awkward a bit because
Added pressure, you would say?
because we were in the studio and the Great White North, who was Remy's label at the time, was paying for the studio, so we had to write to him and be like, "Dude, like you know, we want to sign with we want to sign with Relapse. We'll just pay you back. We'll pay you back your money for the studio." And he was obviously really cool about it. He's always been super cool about that
really
stuff.
Yeah. It's always been about the bands and the music and
Yeah.
less it's always a business, but less business and more like about the scene. So
yeah,
yeah.
he cares about.
It's
the
funny.
bands.
Yeah. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
Stigmata High-Five. I'm joking.
I remember him showing up to the studio and saying, "You guys should sign to Relapse."
Oh, really? You
Oh,
remember
yeah?
that? I don't remember that. He showed up and he's like,
Showed
said
up
that?
at one point when I showed up a few days later.
Mhm.
He showed up. He swung by and he like told us he was done. Like, you guys should definitely go for it.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
that's cool. That's what you want to hear for.
Yeah, he was always really cool with that stuff. And it's funny because like, yeah, we sent that CDR out to like a lot of labels, and Relapse is the only label that got back to us, which is, for me, was like huge. Like that, like late 90s era Relapse, like, you know, Cephalic, Dillinger Escape Plan, like all that shit that was coming out back then, when they still kind of had like the Nuclear Blast America thing going on. Like that was like huge influence on me, so that was like a really big deal. I was pretty stoked.
Dream come true.
Yeah. I think it was. I don't think there was like another label that, like, you know, I would have been excited for any label, but that was definitely my favorite label, just from like a music fan perspective.
Yeah.
Anything going on? Yeah. We're good.
Yeah. Everything's working, so that's good.
Yeah. So one thing that happened, though, I should say, or we should say, all of us collectively.
Oh yeah, it's about Vil.
Is
what?
So
what did I do again?
Yeah, Vil, we gotta talk. We'll finish the stream and then we'll talk. So after we recorded these 2 songs, and you can see there's Steve. There I am. I am pretty sure I'm actually photoshopped.
Yes, you are, because you weren't there. I think.
I wasn't there, and that's Mel. There's Vil, and there's the drummer before Vil, Tim. And basically, Tim played drums on these 2 songs when we recorded The Wrecking and Taken from a Nest.
Yeah, just on the pre-prod.
Yeah. On the pre-prod.
And on this.
Is he on the actual pre-prod? I meant to ask you that.
Yeah,
Like
it's Tim playing on the pre-prod.
Okay.
Yeah.
Even Carve Your Heart Out?
I think so.
Oh, okay. Neat. So anyway, yeah, that
You learned that song?
Yeah, that was one of the most awkward jams that I had.
He was having a hard time with that one. And I don't know if he played it.
Because I had to show him like the songs. It's like, okay, so you weren't there last jam, so here's what we did. So this is the drum part, and I felt like a dick. It's like,
yeah, well, basically,
I was there to play guitar, not like play drums.
Yeah, because
basically, long story short, is that I think Tim's heart wasn't in it anymore, and so he wasn't really showing up at practices. And Vil was the guitar player, I was the guitar player, and Steve's the bass player. There's not much you can do jamming wise. So when Tim wouldn't show up, Vil, who already played drums, like you played drums, I think you were still playing an Insurrection at the time, or at least you were drumming.
Yeah, I was playing an Insurrection in Bad Trip.
Yeah, so you're the drummer in Bad Trip?
No,
you were the guitar player. Yeah, okay, but you were drumming in Insurrection.
Yeah.
So
the backup drummer of Bad Trip.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, so we were all at jam space looking at each other like, okay, I guess the drummer's not showing. So we didn't want to just go back home and waste the time. So it was always like, Vil would jump on the drum kit and allow the jam to happen. But that grew slowly over time into him knowing the parts more than the actual drummer. So that's kind of how we slowly...
Yeah, and then we just kind of... Actually, it's funny because I saw Sean on here. Sean from the Ink Spot. We used to,
Sean Carrier, yeah.
Yeah, we used to jam in the basement of the Ink Spot for... Actually, we probably like 10 years? Like a long time we jammed in the basement of the Ink Spot. But yeah, eventually, you know, and I think we were getting ready to record Stigmata, and we just kind of like, all right, Vil, like, you're going to do it. You're going to be the drummer.
Surprise, surprise. No, but it felt more reliable. We had a point where we had to make a decision. It's like we either keep gambling on the drummer, is he going to show up, or we make this decision, and this is the last. We can't make this decision later. It has to be now if it's Vil. And we made the decision that, like, just to give him a bit of time to get ready. I'm sure it wasn't that much time.
Yeah, Topon was like, don't worry, dude. It's only going to be a few months, and we'll get, like, a suitable replacement for drums.
16 years later.
Oh, you never said that, though.
I'm still writing people. Fuck no, I'm fucking lazy, man. I don't want to fucking go out and try to find...
So, yeah,
you should try playing fucking drums.
Nope. See, what were you gonna say? Were you gonna say something?
I think he had 1 month to learn the song. That's possible.
Yeah, because
That sounds about right.
A bit,
because when
that
Tim
sounds about
left,
right.
we had like the studio was booked, so we had like 4 weeks. But I mean, we were already jamming, right? I was already in the band.
Came back
so-
from a Christmas party. That was the end.
Yeah.
Came back from a Christmas party, and that's when we said, "Yeah, that's that." Recording in February.
Yeah.
Yeah. February 16th to March 1st. So exactly 15 years ago, like at this time, we were at JP's house or JP's apartment recording this album. Yeah. But yeah, no, it was.
It's kind of crazy to think back.
Yeah, it was a pretty crazy time. You know, in Tim's defense too, like we were super all out gung ho, and you know the dudes that stuck it out were basically throwing their lives away for fucking grindcore because, like I said, we were jamming 4 times a week and playing basically every single weekend.
Yeah.
And it was like band all the time from the moment we woke up to the moment we went to bed. So it's a lot to do
All day and night, motherfuckers.
all day, man.
Yeah, and I remember all of us, we were so broke, and because you don't have much time to work, right? Because you do shows and all that stuff. And I remember all of us kept our heating super low in our places we lived at because we were too broke. So remember this era as like this kind of cold, permanent winter kind of vibe to it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Just reading
Remaster.
some of the comments. Huh?
Remaster of Stigmata? Like, John is asking if we consider
Why?
it a remaster.
What's your problem, John?
Yeah,
You don't
Topon's
think
like, hey, what's wrong with the mastering?
Yeah, remaster. We don't got to remaster everything. Come on, you're getting out of hand here. Jesus Christ.
And I guess the down point of Relapse is that we actually don't own the album.
Yeah. How about I go to your house and remaster your albums? You know, you're like that.
Is it the same guy that recorded it that the mastered it?
Yeah, JP did everything.
Okay.
Back then we didn't. Back then we were like, we don't have time to fucking send shit to mastering. I remember even when we did Disgorge Mexico, Craig was like, and now you send it mastering. Like, we don't have time to send it to mastering. You master it. And he was like, all right. Yeah. What else? Anything else? I miss anything else?
No, that's pretty much it. I don't even think we need to listen to the album, really.
What kind of drink are you getting out there? Served to you, Steve?
This is our cidre.
Oh.
Full cider from some friends in Gaspé. Delivered this morning.
Damn.
Nice.
Sounds pretty fancy.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Pretty good. I don't even like apples that much. Delicious.
All of a sudden, the apples are pretty delicious.
I know when we went to
Got
the
alcohol in it.
when we went to the studio at first, it was just Vil and I. I remember driving there in our looking back at some of the pictures that you sent me. We were like in our old van. It might even have been our first actual van. The Bergeron's
Sleep shop.
Might have been in the Bergeron's
No.
sleep shop.
It's the
van.
no, it's the blue one.
Yeah.
But
The
which
first van.
blue one?
Oh, the blue one, the second van.
Oh
Yeah.
no,
The
wait.
one with
Oh
the
no.
stripes?
No, you're
No,
right.
it's the first-
It's the Bergeron sleep shop. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's the very first like FTF van.
So just to give people a bit of backstory, I hit a bus with the van at some point, and I had to replace the hood. And just to save on cost, our mechanic found a reclaimer used like hood. You call it hood, like the thing you open to put oil and all that.
Yeah.
But it was branded like an old hand painting from like the 80s or 90s, and it was Bergeron's sleep shop. So for a few years we traveled with Bergeron's sleep shop written on our van. It's kind of weird.
Funny enough, too, the bus you hit was my bus.
Yeah, I hit your bus.
Because I used to. One of the jobs that I held down while we were doing all this stuff was actually a school bus driver. I drove a school bus for a few months until I was like, I needed I needed some time off for shows, and they were like, "No, we can't do that." I was like, "All right."
Until a kid recognized you.
Yeah, one time a kid came on a kid I drove was like, "Are you in that band Fuck the Facts?" I was like, "I don't know what you're talking about."
Yeah, you don't
Like,
want
I don't need that shit in my life. Like, him telling his parents that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here to fucking get paid.
All right. Well, you guys want to listen back to it?
Should we listen?
Yeah.
Back? Yeah.
Let's dive in.
This album again, and yeah. Remember
there's
one thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, I was just gonna say one thing about this album that always is in my mind is when we originally did it, we did the pre-prod. There were a lot of samples on this album, and when we signed with Relapse, they were like, "You can't use samples, like no like movie samples and shit." So all the movie samples were taken out that we had in this on this album. So
they're still in the pre-prod, so
we're on the pre-prod,
yeah.
and Vil and I were listening to it, and I'm thinking we might put it online just so people can actually hear it the original way. But like, it still turned out fine. But it was like, at the time, I was like, oh man, like I love samples. I want samples.
Redid a couple of them, didn't you?
We used them. Oh yeah, we.
We'll hear it. Eh?
Yeah. There's at least one in Taken on the Nest. I think it's like just a guy talking, and we went and like recorded whatever that guy was saying and put it there.
Recreated the sample.
Yeah. And we definitely used a bunch of them live, because live we were like, whatever.
Yeah,
like, what are you gonna do like live? So we used a bunch of them live.
I mean, in 2005, you can't get sued if no one goes to see your band.
But also back then, people weren't recording the shows on their phones, right? So
where were the samples from? I'll probably point some of them out. I know there was The Omen. There was a Punch Drunk Love sample.
What a great movie.
Horror movies. We used to have a bunch of old like black and white horror movies here that I sampled. I don't even remember what they were called.
All Bela Lugosi stuff.
Yeah, I think Tom's saying let me hear the pre-prod. I think Vil and I were talking. I think we might put that up just like on YouTube or something, just people can hear it. And it's funny to listen back to the pre-prod, because like we spent so much time. The album sounds like really similar to how it kind of ended up. There's just a couple of things I think that we changed in the studio, but we kind of went in there really, really prepared. I like John's thing with like the Mortician albums. Yeah, it was a new thing, and we talked to the guys from Lang Che about this, because their, I think, first album that they did with Relapse is full of samples, and then the next album, Relapse, was like no more samples. So I don't know, maybe like Mastodon put a sample on a song and got screwed.
Yeah.
And then Relapse was like, no more samples, anybody.
More. All right. Should we dive in?
So we're gonna listen to the album.
Yeah, we're gonna listen to the album and the 2 little bonus songs.
Yeah, there's a couple of bonus tracks. This is like a thing that we used to always do, like almost up until like Die Miserable is the last time we put like kind of like additional bonus tracks like on like an enhanced CD. So there's always so much fucking shit. Just put it all out there. But yeah, we're gonna
Relapse.
Steve, you ready?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we don't own this album.
They're gonna send their lawyers after us.
Yeah. Yeah. So just a second. Yeah, so I guess let me know if the volume's good. I'll try and put it up a bit.
Cool.
Yeah, because I guess this starts. There's no bullshit.
There's like this little
everything after
nice
this
impression.
is like everything after this is like 45-minute fucking intros. All right.
Well, Steve, you hear the music, right? You heard it before.
Steve
heard the album before.
Yeah.
I hope so.
All right. Here we go.
All right.
I still have the same bass with the duct tape. Duct tape on it.
It's your strap that holds with the duct tape, right? Like at
Your
the
old duct tape. I
highest
can't
part.
take it off.
I have a duct tape story. Do you remember this guitar?
Oh yeah, that was the build guitar when you first started playing.
This duct tape is from the show we played with Exhume in Peterborough.
What happened?
My strap broke and we were just about to play, so I taped it. That's probably 15 years ago.
Hey Bill, someone's
Turn it
asking
up.
if you can turn up the music a bit.
Will do.
They don't want to hear us fucking talking shit while it's there.
Holy shit!
It's awesome to see you, man. Saying crank
What?
it up.
Well, Vil already did,
Okay.
so that was before.
Maybe it's a crank it up. You played London, Ontario? Yes, too many times.
Was it the Embassy Hotel? Is that it?
No, fuck. Ugh.
Last time we played Embassy
No,
Hotel, I
but-
think that singer from Kitty was there. I think.
Yeah, of course.
I think
My
that's one of the only
distortion
people.
pedal.
She had Steve fucking distortion pedal. Christoph saying the double bass drumming is amazing. There you go, Vil.
You're too nice.
In junior high when this album came out, what the fuck?
We weren't. We're gonna go.
Yeah, more broken stuff.
Oh yeah, more broken stuff. Yeah, this one you can hear it well.
This was like a big thing actually when we played the song live, right?
We
This was
stretched
like-
that part like crazy, right? We would like
Yeah.
play with the length of this part. I remember that, yeah. This part was fun live to play with like the riff kicking back in.
This album wasn't recorded to a click too. It was actually, I think, the last album we didn't record to a click. Right? There's no click track on this album.
Just very last song, very last part. We needed a click for the slow.
Oh yeah, because it's so slow.
For those music boxes, I recorded that at my
Oh, that's you.
girlfriend's.
Yeah, that's totally you.
What do you mean? Oh, the music
About-
box?
We had about 20 music boxes. And we recorded them all.
Where did you record?
2002 or something.
Yeah, I totally remember that now.
Topon was like, "You got any stuff lying around?" I was
Oh,
like,
that's awesome.
That's what I've been saying for years since this game started. Someone shows up, you got any stuff lying around? Because we're gonna use it.
Someone's asking what our favorite song from the album.
I think mine's probably still The Wrecking. Yeah, there's
Steve's
Steve's
playing the
there's
wrecking.
Steve's music boxes.
That's cool.
Yeah.
The only thing, I don't have a favorite, but I can't stand the sound of your smash hit anymore because we played it too much. So it's kind of a not neutral take on this.
Song was fun to play.
This
But-
song was fun
Yeah.
to play. It's tough. This song's definitely like cephalic carnage influenced.
I think for me, like my favorite song to play on drums was this, and I think my favorite song to play on guitar was "Taken from the Nest."
Yeah, Take It From the Nest was fun. I actually enjoyed listening back to La Dernière Image. I haven't heard it in years. It's fun.
This is a cool riff.
Like
This
Hard
was-
Your Heart Out at shows.
This was supposed to
Hard
be a
Your Heart Out was a
cephalic,
good light song.
cephalic ripoff, but I don't know if it even sounds that much like cephalic. This,
Well,
this part is totally cephalic. Okay, after this,
Of course, like a cephalic.
it's like lucid interval.
Yeah, cephalic
Sorry,
was an
Steve.
influence on all of us. Like
Yeah,
they were crazy back then. Well, they're still crazy, but
They were one of our favorite bands at the time.
it's funny because that's
Sure like smoking weed.
One of the first shows I played was opening for you guys at Donnie Palooza.
I don't remember it well.
Donnie
Oh,
Palooza in Orleans.
Who's that?
Corey Levesque.
Corey. Yeah, I remember. Can't see what anyone's
there's a
writing.
lot. You know, there's a lot of like quiet part and then going back in. This album is. I forgot about that. That this album is cool like that.
This is you. You wrote this,
Bill's
right?
awesome solo.
yeah. It's,
Yeah, this is your solo. Did you write this solo? It wasn't written before? So I guess we didn't finish this song with with Dave on guitar. Look at that. What the fuck is all that new shit?
That would have been a Dave Menard type solo.
Yeah. Dave was awesome.
Dave was pretty rad at guitar.
Yeah.
Dave was an amazing guitar player.
Dave Yemagani.
What?
Oh, that's Jesus Christ. No? Dave Stunterreur. Dave
No.
Yemagani. No?
No, ça
You
vient
don't
d'où?
know that quote?
No.
Slapshot? No? Yeah.
Ah.
Shout out to Malefaction. Of course, we love Malefaction.
Yeah, that's actually awesome.
One of the most underrated bands in Canada, I would say.
What was the last album they did? What's the name of the album again? In God.
There is power.
Yeah. That album is so good.
Yeah, like that drum thing is totally a Tim thing. Like you would never write that.
Fucking crazy. I never want to play that. It's way too hard.
You pulled it off, man. You pulled it off.
This part coming up, it's like
Forgot about that.
there's a whole bunch of that shit on this album. Just like little fucking like sounds where I was like dicking around with MIDI. That's a really cool clean part. I gotta give credit to Dave for writing this. This was a really cool part.
We're getting Slapshot reference over here.
This is
Smoke over
riff.
that. Smoke over.
Super melodic. This was a lot of fun to play live. I
Yeah.
want to play this song now. Start playing this song. Oh, my back hurts already just thinking about playing this song.
I try to make it on time.
This is where we'd be like, hey, 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 hey. This is a very neat riff. I think this sounds like I always write riffs like this too.
I'm blown away by how this album sounds, considering it was recorded in a Montreal apartment.
Yeah, it was like a third level apartment, but like, I don't know how the neighbors dealt with the studio being there.
You had to deal with them, I guess. That's what he was saying. Like, as long as he was doing certain hours, he didn't really care.
The beginning scream in this with Steve was fucking awesome.
I missed it.
Yeah, I missed it.
Fuck it.
Are you
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. That scream is fucking awesome.
Coffee, man.
Yeah. This song was a lot of fun to
Session
play.
was fueled by coffee.
This is, I would almost say, Bill, this is the first song that you and I wrote together jamming.
Yeah.
Because this is all just like us jamming. I didn't write any of these riffs in advance or anything. It's just fucking in the jam space. Yeah, there's Steve. Yeah, you did a whole bunch of backing vocals on this too. Or other vocals.
Yeah, this song friggin' rips.
It's so weird to listen to this album. The last listening party we did was for really like the last album, but I can't remember when's the last time that I heard these songs. Like it feels really crazy.
When you don't know what to do, just fucking go. And then you switch to the next riff.
At this riff.
Oh yeah, and the fucking like obsessive amount of pinches.
Like, there's no way I can play this shit. This part, like...
Should invented a drinking game. You take a drink at every every squeal note on this song.
Every pentarharmonic, yeah.
Dude, you need a keg for this.
It's like one of the first things I learned to do on guitar, and I was so stoked, and I'm going to do everywhere. I think we had to like take some out. We're like, it's getting overboard with the pinches. Such a simple riff, but fun riff.
Yeah, it's so simple.
Simple drum beat too.
That section, this is something we changed in the studio. Usually it went right into this riff, but we took the riff out and did that kind of like swell. And these like really shitty fucking, these really, like, I don't know, like real producers would have had like, and I'm not blaming JP, this is all on me. Would have like actual like sub drops, but this was meant, we were trying to recreate Cephalic Carnage on what the fuck's the album? Exploiting Dysfunction.
Yeah.
Where it kind of like compresses everything down. It's like boom.
I remember us being like, more. You know that fucking Kylo Ren meme? We were like, more. He was kind of laughing. He was like, more. Make it compress fucking everything.
It's supposed to sound bad. Well, I don't think it sounds bad. It sounds great. We were saying like JP, like he did a fucking amazing job on this album. It sounds killer. I think even now.
We actually tried to get in touch with him for this, but we can't really find him. We don't know what he like, where he's at, if he's still playing music.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We didn't put him on the guest list.
That's why.
Yeah, it would have been awesome to have him. Like, I'm sure he's got different memories than us, different, you know, a whole different way of seeing this recording. Like, yeah.
So fast. Why would you go that fast?
I don't know. Probably because I had to track every riff separately, so the tempo's all over the place.
Oh yeah, this is Vil. This is Vil on guitar. I wrote this song, but you tracked the guitar.
I played this, yeah.
I remember this part too. When we were tracking the bass, we tried a couple of different things.
Oh, you got it, Andy.
You know what? This riff, I fucking wrote this riff when I was seriously like 15 years old. It didn't sound like this,
but the bass of the riff.
The bass of the riff is like a zillion years old. Reminds me of Pig Destroyer. Yeah, this song was fun. The very beginning, I was pouring my drink over it, but was really influenced by Converge. Those pinches. There's some movie pattern.
I don't like this part. It's a bit. What are you doing?
There's a sound underneath one.
Oh yeah, okay. What was that? How did we do that?
Maybe.
Was it this song with in the studio? JP was like, "Those notes you guys are using, having a hard time." Frequency.
Was it? I don't remember that. Really?
There's a lot in this song. A lot of the chords you're doing. Some of the frequency. I remember him having a hard time.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It sounds off. But...
Yeah, we were probably like exactly.
That's what we want.
Yeah.
Man, I wish I could hyperblast like that. Jesus Christ.
What the hell is going on here? This is like I'm trapped in a maze.
What was this part?
We need to put this album with you miming the whole thing.
It's like a little Dillinger ripoff.
Oh yeah, this part for sure. Even the vocals, it's full on.
This is a really cool riff though. This main riff.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, I was watching the making of video and like he has you playing it there, and it's like a really fun riff to play. This is a fun song. This one, I totally remember writing this one. Actually, when I was driving a school bus. Like, that was the cool thing about driving a school bus, is I would do my run early in the morning, and then I would get home and I would just kind of like play all day writing shit, and then I would do my run in the afternoon, and that was it. Was it Iron Maiden? No, not even. This is like fucking Motley Crue. She's got the looks cool.
Oh, this. Dude, there's tapping there?
There's like a million different things going on. This is a weird song.
Really weird album.
Yeah.
What were we thinking?
How it's put together, but it seems to fit.
Oh, yeah.
Were we playing this even faster live? Because some of these parts, I'm like, holy shit, this is fast. Or maybe it's just me getting old, but
It does feel kind of rushed.
yeah.
But
This is fucking gravity blasts.
You guys should do this one live.
No. This part?
oh, this.
There's no way.
Everybody remember 2005? Because this is what it sounded like.
Yeah.
Open your fucking MySpace
A
browser.
breakdown.
And we're a punk band for a couple of seconds.
Oh yeah, this part.
This is a crazy riff.
It's a crazy riff with, in retrospect, not a really good drum beat over.
It's a weird riff.
It sounds like I didn't know what to do. I was like, okay, straight beat. I feel like it's a particularly catchy album for a band like us.
I don't know, man. I'm stoked. I listening back to it now, like, fucking. It sounds like we had our shit together.
You just learned playing bass.
Is it though?
Oh yeah,
Oh, with the panic.
you were talking about 2005. Here's me imposing octaves to every fucking FTF song imaginable.
Yeah. That definitely,
The Darth.
these, gang vocals. Really cool. I don't even know what to say about this. The sound of your smash head.
Mel's favorite.
Mel thought she was gonna. What were you gonna
Oh, the
say,
beginning. You know what? Actually, the beginning of that, we kept the samples.
All right.
This is actually a song that I wrote with Matt Connell, the original drummer.
Yeah.
This was like the by far the oldest song. Like, this song was kicking around for a long time.
This is probably a good time to look at some pictures as well.
Bring him on.
Boy.
This song is still fun to play. I like this song a lot.
The video too.
Yeah. Dave Hall made a video. This is the first video he made for us. Very, like, this is fucking... I wrote so many riffs like this.
The noodles.
Yeah, it's funny, man, because like I listened to like a lot of Dillinger Escape Plan and Cephalic Carnage, but I never actually went and like learned anyone's songs. So I kind of just like wrote stuff thinking like, oh, it kind of sounds like this.
I'm seeing the photos. Holy shit, man. There's some good stuff in there.
Another thing I wanted to mention, there's the phone thing. Here, you'll hear it again. That's my phone. That's my actual phone off the hook. And the reason that kind of happened was I was working on the pre-prod at home, and in the break of the song, my phone was actually off the hook. And I was like, that sounds cool. It seems completely random, but that's how it works.
That sounds like a made-up story.
It sounds made up, but it's not made up. I'm serious. Why would I lie about that? What do I have to gain from lying about that?
Oh, these pictures are all over the place. What the fuck?
Man, I can't see the pictures.
When I always think,
You gotta look
like
at
in
the stream.
studio. Yeah, you
Are
gotta
you
see
stupid haircuts?
we all have stupid haircuts. Chances are.
Kind of
Look at that
melodic
studio
metal
setup.
song. This might have been actually.
Hi, stupid haircuts. Boom.
This might have been one of the last songs that we wrote for this
It's usually
album.
how it goes. The last song that we write is always the last song of the fucking album.
You know, I was seeing a photo from the studio, and I remember, you know how memories get distorted over time? I remember the studio that GP had over having like huge screen, but then I said the photo and it's just too like small screen. It's funny to see. Yeah, and we see the nice mess inside our van, which is
This
something.
melodic metal. You know what? There's a picture of us kind of at Mel's parents' place. I think, is it this that we wrote at Mel's parents' place, like while we were in the studio? There's some sort of like Van Halen solo thing. No, it's not this. It's somewhere else though. Oh, it's after. It's later in the song. Sorry. This kind of like, this sort of like melody is totally my style. I love
Yeah,
this.
you still write stuff like that.
I don't know if I write riffs like this though.
This is like Dream Theater. It's totally Dream Theater.
What's fucking Mike Portney doing? You
I
can
don't
ask
know.
him. So you can jump back on guitar. In hindsight, this solo should be a lot louder.
Actually, regarding the band name, I think that it actually, I don't think people care really about the band name now. We had issues.
Back in those days, right?
Yeah, back a bit more like, yeah. I know some shows, some venues didn't like it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right, this is the part that you and I we wrote at Mel's parents' place, because we had this section where like we don't know what the fuck. There needs to be something here. We have this like fucking Poison kind of like Warrant guitar solo thing. It's totally like a cock rock glam like a rock ballad. It's like Metallica Black Album shit going on. I love that picture of Steve. It's an awesome one.
Yeah, we see a really good picture of Steve like screaming at it's a Renault Secularis photo.
Metal
yeah.
Fest.
Yeah, I still really like this song, Dead in the Ruins. It has so many movements. Yeah, I like it. We used to play just the end, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This the ending of this. Is Steve's audio on? Lose Steve again.
Steve on? Looks like he's getting on.
No, you can't hear you.
Did you mute?
He's probably talking to himself for the past fucking 15 minutes.
No. It's the cider.
No, we can't hear you again. Oh.
And he's logging off and coming back.
He's like, see ya.
There's cool footage of Steve playing this part.
Yeah, there's good photos overall at the Carve Metal Fest. That part was fun to play live, like when we just did the end.
This riff I wrote like a long time ago too, like back when.
Yes.
There you are.
Yeah. Okay.
Back when I used to jam with Ron and Sean.
Sorry, what?
What do you say, Steve?
I was trying to go look for pictures.
Oh.
Do with the sound.
Yeah, this riff I wrote like when I was jamming with Ron and Sean.
This part.
You what?
You didn't record this part?
I went back. Done. And then there's that whole riff that kicks in at the end.
Oh, it was redone?
Recorded on bass.
Yeah, because you and Mel weren't there for like most of the recording, right? It was just me and Topon in Montreal.
Yeah.
Yeah, we showed up for 2 days.
Yeah.
This photo of that club outside.
Yeah. In hindsight, I would have made these like leads like fucking more epic, kind of like drenched in reverb, but so cool.
Yeah, I don't know, Nick. I don't agree.
When was that like pre-Daemon? This is like, yeah, right when I was like in Daemon. Bring back the soul patch? I did. I soul patched my whole face. It's a soul face. Topon soul face. You see that picture of Vil? That's like as much of a beard as he could grow at that point. And now
just
we're
a little bit here.
And now if we don't want to look like this, we gotta like shave like every 3 hours.
Yeah. All right, so now I guess we're gonna jump into the those bonus tracks.
No. Let the feedback play. Feedback. Let the feedback play. We spent time recording it. This feedback. This is at least like $30 of feedback.
Wasn't GP in the studio? Was like not shocked, but feeling that was a lot of feedback. And I'm like, no, this is it.
I don't know. I really like JP was like really awesome. We had a great time with him. I remember Steve had like you had bought like a new like 810 and you had like a fucking Ampeg SBT.
Brought that at his house.
Yeah. And it was like mint condition. And it was all like, oh, you gotta keep it nice and clean. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I remember him being like really.
That didn't last very long.
No, that's the thing. Yeah, he was like, "Oh yeah, no, it's cool. Like, don't scrape." I was like, "Dude, we're gonna fucking be on tour like forever, like 10 months of the year. It's gonna look like shit."
Now we're listening to the first bonus track, and this one is only like in this CD-ROM kind of part.
Yeah, Stigmata High-Five. These are all Vil. This is like shit that Vil had done. I don't remember even how this came about. You must have sent it to me, and I was like, fuck it, let's just use it. I don't even know. Do you remember?
No. This I think was more like we had planned to have like some bonus tracks, so I kind of came up with that. The other one isn't me; it's you.
Who's that on the photo? That's me. Holy shit! It looks like I was like, oh no, not vocals.
I like that. That's an awesome.
I remember sending stuff, and then you're like, "Oh yeah, I used it." You probably won't even recognize it. Okay, cool.
Maybe it's
in the next track.
Maybe it's in the next one. Yeah. Digging the feedback, but still waiting for the cowbell. It's there. It's just mixed in, nice and low.
We used to use this song as an interlude live, right?
Oh yeah,
this one.
But
this one.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, the end here. Yeah.
This isn't me. I did this.
No, this is me. But this is in the
microwave or something.
Sorry, Steve.
Microwave, I think. At the end.
Yeah. Yeah,
Same.
there is a microwave at the end.
Microwave. Oh.
This is pretty much the whole thing. Is that the microwave?
Yeah. And then the song.
There's a microwave.
Yeah. And then it closes.
Oh, because it was in the apartment, right?
Yeah.
Like the girlfriend was like making food or something.
Damn it! I'm recording.
I'm trying to record. Stop making food. Oh, is that the door? The microwave door shutting? Yeah. Okay. Plenty of microwave. What else? Is there something else?
Yeah. There's ants. You did that.
Oh, I thought that was ants.
No, that's Stigmata High-Five. Oh yeah, I forgot to change the name so you can see. It's MP3 Ants.
Oh yeah, this sounds like me. That's some fucking garbage. Random notes. Random notes, that's me.
So that's a song going on now?
Yeah, that was...
Hey.
Hey, it's called art. Okay, everybody? Oh, yeah.
It's mime time.
This part's a lot better than the first part of this. I like this.
The crap I sent you. Buried somewhere in there.
I thought you weren't the microwave?
I had a microwave. So in the dings, that's about it.
Yeah, this is probably me. This sounds like me.
Yeah, that's
all MIDI and shit. Maybe that was you. These kind of like noises in the background.
it's all you.
Fucking brilliant.
That's it?
Move over, fucking Mozart.
Still haven't seen the Mozart Museum, but whatever.
Yeah. Oh, is that the whole album? What was
Yeah,
that?
No, it's
No.
Oh, wow.
Why, you want to
good.
listen to it again? Jesus Christ.
Yay!
Let's do it again. It's too short. Why is that album so short?
Let's see the kind of stuff we say after a few more beers. Third lesson.
Christoph Slayer sounds like a microwave in the background. It is. There's a microwaves on every album. See if you can find them.
The Easter egg. I would love if we would have been hiding stuff like that, like the same sound in all the albums, but no.
Other parts are microwaves.
Yeah. 95% of what you heard was a microwave. I think Vil just left the band.
That's it. So yeah, that was quite a trip to go through this.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Getting ready
That's a
for
good
this
sign.
for the stream, I was like reading the lyrics, and like it brought me back right away, and it's kind of cool.
Yeah. Was it like, you want to talk about the artwork a bit? Because when we did this album, you did the artwork, but you we also had the like house relapse guy work on it with you.
Yeah, I think I did the cover and the back cover, and they did the inside, the booklet and the lyrics. And you can tell, like, the inside is really relapse looking. There was a vibe in that era. All their graphics and their art graphic were looking in that vibe. But it's funny, Topon earlier looking for that black and white cover for promo, found my folder with what was the base for the image. Doesn't do justice here through webcam, but
That's the painting that you
yeah, so that's the painting, and like the pretty much the album. I don't remember where I got the images. Back then it was more stolen stuff. But I remember like the woman on the front is it's Mae West. That's in the center there. So and the inside was done by like all the lyrics by Relapse art guy. Yeah.
It's funny too, the band photo that we used that was like out for this album was actually taken in the studio. It's actually JP. There's that one. There's that one in the CD, but there's the other one that we mainly used on posters and stuff. And that was like JP that took it.
Yeah, and that one in the CD too was done by JP. That's in the studio.
All that stuff. It was all done in the studio. Yeah, it would have been cool if we could have found them. Yeah, we might record our album and take our band pictures. Yeah, it works. But yeah, I don't know if anyone out there knows where JP is. We would love to touch base because we couldn't find him.
Well, Nick, no, they weren't pushy about the art. Right away, I sent the cover, and I think someone didn't like it at Relapse, but the art guy liked it, so he went to convince that it was good. You know, art is such a subjective thing. Like, what you think is a good cover, someone else might not think it is. The next album after that, they refused my first cover.
Discourage Mexico, they refused the first one, but it's probably good because I think what ends up being the actual Discourage Mexico cover is better than what you did first.
And the third album, I think they didn't care at that point anymore, so they just let us do whatever.
They knew it wouldn't change anything.
No, they didn't. They knew we wouldn't sell enough for them, so they just let us have anything on the cover. Yeah.
They were cool for that, though.
Yeah. Well, like...
I mean, they were cool in general.
What was the original cover?
The original cover for Discourage Mexico. This Stigmata High-Five, the original cover is the one that was released. But for Discourage Mexico, Discourse Mexico's artwork, every page is a new artwork with different color, different artwork. Everything is its own adventure. It's all a team. It all comes together, but it's all different. So the artwork on the front was just something completely different. The same vibe and textures, the overall project, but just...
I don't think I've ever seen the original cover.
No?
Yeah. Maybe when we do the Disgorge one of these, you'll see.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. And the funny thing is, year after, we ended up naming our own daughter May, which is kind of...
Yeah, did Vachon use your images for... Now, we're still waiting for our... what are those things called? Joe Louis?
May West.
May West?
They're called May West.
Oh, May West?
And Joe Louis is another one.
Something else. Joe Louis is another guy. I could go for a Joe Louis now.
I got.
Oh yeah, that's the promo.
Yeah.
Cool. Do you still have those, Steve, as well?
I don't think... They don't send those out anymore.
No, I got the Japanese version.
You do? Yeah, with those printed, like, Japanese lyrics in there.
The Obi's
Yeah.
Oh, and
yeah.
it's still
Print.
rap too.
Yeah, me too.
never even knew it.
Nice. Yeah, it was a Japanese version. That's weird, man.
Discogs.
A punishing, a punishing Canadian grind/metal explosion. Oh wow.
Sounds like...
Oh, August 22nd was our release.
That's when the
date.
album came out, yeah.
Yeah.
And like when this album came out, we hit the road and we were like, we did this.
That's when we did 200.
This is when we did the most touring in the band's history.
I always remember.
Was with like Steve, and we got Jean, like Jean-Louis from Jean-Louis. Jean. What do they say? Because he's English.
You can do this.
Jean.
I know they.
Well, he speaks
French.
Jean. I know.
Speaks French.
His name is French, but he's English, so it's like Jean. He toured with us that whole time.
No, he did 3 months with us.
No, I know, but he did
Yeah,
like
but
the
that was
longest
80
tour.
shows.
Oh, yeah.
When we did, there was a period we did.
220 shows in 15 months. That's all I
Yeah.
remember.
We did 52 shows in 53 days. I remember that.
Yeah,
It
that
was
was
a US
nuts.
tour.
And that's when Jean did that and then left. It's like, oh.
Because it wasn't like, 52 like awesome shows. You show up and it's great. It's like, 52 shows and like 30 of those are like in front of like less people than are in your band. It was like,
Well, there was some good shows because some of them were the Contamination tour.
Yeah,
They weren't all bad. Some of them were good.
Yeah, we did the Contamination tour. We did the Relapse Contamination tour, and then we met up with Misery Index.
Yeah.
And we toured with Misery Index.
And did a through the States of house shows.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We did a lot of those shows.
The house shows were almost the best ones.
Usually,
Yeah, they were the
yes.
funnest
How
for
it
sure.
goes.
I remember, I don't know if you guys, I'm sure you guys remember, the Misery Index show in Florida. I don't remember what city, but we showed up, and there was like nobody there to see the show.
Yeah, it
With
was
us in Misery Index.
The capital of Florida is
Texas?
Little Jack.
I'm thinking Tallahassee, but I could be totally wrong.
yeah, it's Tallahassee.
Yeah.
Is
Was
it
it
Tallahassee? Yeah, I
Tallahassee?
think it's Tallahassee. Yeah, there was one person.
Yeah, we said that if there's one person we're playing, so there's one guy sitting at the bar.
Yeah, there
He's
was
like,
one
"Oh,
guy, and we were like, "Do you want us to play?" And he was like, "Yeah."
What was that? Was that Steve?
City where there was 2 kids, and then after the show's over, and it was a ladies' night. The bar was full.
Yeah,
It was.
yeah.
And then we went to see the bar, and we're like, "Can we play now?" He's like, "Show's over."
Yeah.
Played in front of 2 kids, and then after the bar was full,
Yeah.
and we
It was
got drunk.
$9.
$3
Yeah.
$3 picture.
Oh no, yeah, $3.
They were-
Sorry, $3 pitcher of Bud Lights. Bud
Yeah.
Light.
Yeah. Yeah, that tour with Misery Index. Contamination, Misery Index, and we probably did some other shows there in between.
Then we did
It was
Canada.
a lot of shows. Yeah. The Canada stuff was all good, but the US stuff was rough. It was rough. It was definitely a rough tour. Yeah, it was Tom remembering Mavericks with Psyopus. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Always had a lot of fun with the Psyopus dudes.
Yeah, it's definitely fun thinking back about all these shows and this time. The time flew by. You know, back then, knowing that we would be doing this chat 10 years later is kind of surreal.
And it's actually on that tour too that we met fucking Tugnut.
On which tour?
The first tour I did.
Oh, 2005.
Yeah, so we met. Well, yeah, not Psyopus. In 2005. So that's where we
before we recorded even Stigmata.
Yeah.
We met those guys before we even recorded Stigmata because I remember being at their house listening to early recordings of Stigmata.
The Nutsack. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that.
And and Mark played in Tugnut, and Mark ended up playing with us for fucking like 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We all
Oh,
shaved mustache stuff back. 2 days. We're like, we're bored. We're gonna shave mustaches and play a show.
Oh yeah.
We do that.
It wasn't even Mel had a mustache.
What? Which show was this?
Mustache. I think London, Ontario, or some
Sounds
place.
about right.
It's always London.
The show was really bad. We played in like a community center. We looked really weird.
There was a lot of really rad shows back then. Like as much as there were like some shitty shows, like there was a lot of really rad shows. Like I think especially like the Canadian stuff, because there wasn't like a lot of bands like touring as much like in Canada.
That's for sure.
Ever play at the Nutsack? No.
We played Nintendo.
We played Nintendo. We stayed there definitely a few times.
Oh yeah, that house was awesome.
Oh, Jasper. Hi, Jasper.
Cheers.
Someone in Europe is actually awake.
That's pretty nuts.
Nice.
Are you partying?
Jasper's awesome. Did the Desirable Rot t-shirt design.
Yeah, and
another
Twins.
one, the Twins one, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, what I really like with the Desirable Rot is that it was like I like going with a concept of like, this is the album, and his artwork was made for the artwork of the album. It's kind of cool. Really cool. Oh, he's working.
But
Oh, that's
Working.
sort of a party.
so Steve, do you still play? Do you play in a band at all right now, or do you just do your own stuff?
I play by myself.
Don't we all?
I had been, but right before the pandemic, I started recording by myself, and I kept going that way.
That's good.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I think I get along more with. It's hard being in bands with people that aren't motivated. You guys were pretty motivated.
Too motivated
Too motivated.
back in the days.
Well, yeah, no, it's true. Especially like getting older, I feel like it's hard to find the right people to do anything with, really.
Yeah, and when you get older, you know more what you want out of a band,
Yeah.
right? So
Like
you're
making
doing-
songs, so
Yeah, but the music you're doing now is really different than, like, it's not metal at all.
Just of metal somewhere beneath there. No, I just decided to not yell at the apartment to scare the neighbors.
See, Steve?
Making music. I tried to stop and I can't.
Yeah, same here. No, I
Yeah.
didn't try and stop, but
Well, we're still here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're not making music. We're literally just streaming. We're streaming more than we're actually making new music.
Yeah. Hey, there's Tyler. Tyler's saying, Steve, you wanted to start a band like 12 years ago. Still down. There you go, man.
Tyler from Peterborough?
Maybe.
Peterborough? From Ottawa?
Maybe. It looks like he lives in New Zealand. That's going to be tough.
Vocals.
Oh, there's Muskie. Muskie's in a solo
You play
band.
drums,
And he,
Tyler? Drummers.
yeah. Oh, drummers are the worst.
yeah, drummers are the sketchiest.
I know. That's why I play
Well,
guitar.
that's why we love Bill, because Bill's not a real drummer. You get a real drummer, it's like, oh my god, like the worst people ever. Sarnia? Oh yeah, we had a lot of fun in
Oh.
Sarnia.
No, but he's from
Sarnia.
the band Sarnia, probably.
Oh, are you from Sarnia? I'm from Sarnia? Nice.
French Valley. Good times.
Yeah, Sarnia was awesome. The shows were fucking, like, the first shows we did there were crazy. Like, just
Yeah.
the local scene was just so
Goodness.
healthy, which is kind of crazy for, like, a
Our
smaller
small-
town. Even,
Yes.
like, I remember, like, shows in Timmins. Like, we had actually, like, good shows in Timmins, just because, mostly because the local scene was super organized and the local bands were fucking awesome.
And this is like a bubble that lasts a few years.
Yeah.
Remember that Timmins show where I think we were supposed to do shows with Rammer or something, and everything got canceled, all the shows except for one Timmins gig, and we drove anyways,
That sounds like
Timmins.
us, yeah.
and then we drove back the same night, like about 8 hours to get there.
Man, we did that shit so
know,
many
though.
times. Like fucking, all right, we got one show. It's 8 hours away. Let's fucking go. Let's play. All right, you get paid. Here's $80. All right, now, let's go home.
I remember
we did that
getting
shit.
dropped off at my work and sleeping on my desk for 2 hours.
I
The boss showed
remember.
up, You're here early. I was like, oh yeah.
I remember
Why?
getting dropped off at work at the end of a tour. Not like you don't even go home, and you're like, it's surreal. You're like all like road dirty, and it's
the
like
morning.
at work. It just, ugh.
You gotta go to work.
Oh, all the drummers are coming out. They were
Yeah.
just talking shit about Yo, man,
Your
you're talking
applications is-
shit about drummers.
Apparently, drummers are also
The band.
workers.
Hey, Steve's starting the band.
All drummers.
Drummers and one bass player.
No,
Sorry,
we love
guys.
Drummers. We love
Yeah.
drummers. I'm sorry. I do.
Drummers are needed.
Drummers
Wait,
are the
thank
best
you.
guitar players.
Wait, Tyler, I totally remember you from Sarnia.
You live in New Zealand now? Wow.
Wait, no, he's in Sarnia, but
What?
you play as
Tyler
well,
now.
Tyler, right? I
In Sarnia, the band? Maybe?
yeah,
Because the band's Sarnia as well.
yeah.
In Sarnia.
For Tyler. Picture. Bet I can't put it right on that.
Lars Ulrich. Hey, my face.
It's nothing, look. Use your real name, Buck. We know who you are.
And keep your shoes on, for fucking God's sake.
I've seen Extreme 2013. Oh yeah, it was amazing. I think that we talked about that in that interview we did with the Antichrist metal guys.
It was such a shock, though. Like-
Sarnia is the New Zealand of Ontario.
I'm not sure how to comprehend that.
Muskie
It is
would
funny,
know.
but I'm not sure why.
If anyone knows, Muskie knows.
Fuck shoes.
Yeah, there's Sean. It's so funny, man. Like, oh yeah, go way back with Sean and jamming in the ink spot for so long.
Yeah, Tyler, I totally remember now. Fuck, man. Jeez. It's so fucking long ago. It's hard to
Yeah.
drink so much.
Should we did in Sarnia?
It's all
Yeah.
confusing.
Come the jub.
Jub.
What jub?
Yeah,
Jub,
Simone
man.
was asking, now that we're not on tour, what do we do for a living? Well, you guys can go. I don't have much to say for myself. Well,
You're looking at it.
I have the same job since 2007. I'm a event production coordinator at 2 museums here in Ottawa and Gatineau. The only difference is since 2017 I'm full-time and I'm not a freelancer for them. So that's full-time job. You know, yeah, it feels good now. Because I wouldn't have any work or work in events. So if I didn't have a full-time job right now, I would be at home. Well, I'm at home. Anyway, it's complicated.
what do you
What
do,
about you?
Steve? Do you do the same thing we do?
What are you doing?
I know, we lost the sound.
Am I up?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
you're
yeah,
good.
there, yeah.
Yeah. What are you doing now? Job wise.
We've been working in kitchen since I left you guys.
Yeah.
So
You still doing that?
14 years ago, 13
Nice.
years ago. But I only work 2 days a week. It's great.
Yeah, because there's less demand now, right?
I found a job where I work 2 long-ass days and I don't do shit the rest of the week.
Oh, that
I
sounds
pretty much-
awesome.
I pretty much do what I want 5 days a week. It's awesome.
Wow, so you got 2 days that you're completely burnt. Like probably the third day you're like sleeping, but then after that you're.
I'm so used to cooking that I just sit on my ass. Capitalism.
That's a great quote right there.
On how not to work and have money.
Yeah.
Illegal.
Yeah, well, I'm doing exactly that right
Had
now.
that kind of vibe of not spending much.
Yeah. Well, I work in bars, so
So
I don't work.
nothing's going on.
yeah, I've been working in bars like for the whole fucking time. Like
Yeah.
I started working in bars in 2007. And that's all
Before
I've been
you
doing.
were probably even legal to be in a bar. You
No.
were working in bars.
No.
What?
No. No, I was 21 when I started working in bars.
Really? I thought you were like 19.
No, I was 19 when I joined Fuck the Facts.
Oh. And then 21 when you started working the bar. Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, that's Kevin. That's Kevin.
Those where they wouldn't let you in, except the
Oh,
Oh yeah,
Los
we played
Angeles.
a show in in
Which
LA.
year was that? What that was Stigmata High-Five touring, I
Yeah.
think. It's Contamination tour.
2006.
The
Yeah.
majority it was it was Nevada or something like that. That the age was 21. So
no,
you
well,
weren't
no,
21.
it's the whole country is 21.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I
oh
was-
wow, I forgot
I was-
about that.
Yeah. And I was 19. And, yeah, the LA show, I remember because the LA show was in Chinatown.
Yeah.
It was some upstairs venue. And I remember because they fucking escorted me in. We played with Intronaut.
Yeah, was it
Yeah.
Montreal?
Yeah, we played
Well,
with
they were
Intronaut.
there, but
Did we
No,
play
they
with them,
played.
or they were just there. Okay.
I think they played.
Are you sure? That was a. That was
I
a
think they
show
were
where the
there, but I
camera-
think they should.
where
No, I don't think they
Camera
played.
guy
I think it
showed
was.
up.
I think
You
just
guys-
Leon was there.
Really?
Yeah, I think Leon
And,
was there, and it was just a contamination tour.
Yeah,
It wasn't a great show anyway.
'Cause I
but
remember,
anyway.
was that the show where But the guy showed up. He's like, "Can you guys do that last song again? I gotta film you guys for Relapse." And they were like, "No, we're done." But he didn't. And he was like, "Oh, your set's over? Can you do another song?" I was like, "No, man.
That's not how it works.
No.
Play that same song again.
Remember all this crap."
Yeah, Intronaut is great. Yeah, we had a lot.
Yeah.
We played with them a bunch.
But I do remember having to wait outside for the show to finish.
Yeah, I remember us drinking fucking warm beers in the van.
Yeah, because I couldn't drink. I couldn't drink in the fucking venues, right? I had to be careful. I remember at is it Three Kings in Colorado? We were in the back room with Cephalic in Denver, and I was drinking, and I was so fucking nervous because I was like 19.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. And my birthday, I was in the States. We were in New Mexico, I think, for my 21st birthday.
Oh, we broke down on your birthday.
Yeah, me and Jean's birthday.
Because you and Jean have the exact same birthday.
Yeah,
and we broke down.
Wichita.
We were supposed to go play. No, and the next day we played Oklahoma.
Yeah, so we broke down in Wichita Falls,
yeah.
Texas. Then they fixed the van somehow. It took for fucking ever. We got to the show fucking late. We were playing with Gengistron.
Gengistron.
And the Contamination Tour, yeah.
The package, yeah.
That's the show where they threw beer and water at us because Mel used to do it in the set, throw like beer in the crowd.
Yeah.
So when we got to that part, they all
water.
threw shit on stage. And I remember because we had like, this wasn't like GPS era. Like we had like MapQuest fucking printed sheets of paper to figure out where we were going. So as soon as you get lost, you're fucked. You have to call someone and be like, hey, we're somewhere around here, and it's like pitch dark. You're in fucking Oklahoma. First time you're there in your fucking whole life. In hindsight, we did some pretty fucking stupid ass shit. Like, dangerous stuff.
We did a lot of dangerous shit.
Driving towards tornadoes with no radio. People were like, don't go that way, there was a tornado warning. And we're like, oh, we didn't hear about it. we didn't have a radio for like 2 months in the van.
You guys remember, I don't know, was that show, but we broke down and you guys had to hide in the van?
That's every time we broke down. It's that time?
I think that...
One time was me and Vil.
Yeah, Wichita Falls, and we had a show.
Jean hid in the back.
I know, it was me and Jai. I remember it was like, you hide under the bench, and then you don't breathe when the guy's just like a meter in front of you, driving the van.
Yeah, because the first time, that time in Wichita Falls, the guy knew. The guy knew we were in the van. He didn't give a shit. We're just like, okay, whatever. And I remember
there was another time.
Yeah. Was that Steve?
He's like, tell you what. Around, we asked him, and he's like, don't make a noise.
Yeah. Because the cops stopped.
The guy looked around.
Like, yeah, as soon as we broke down, like, a cop stopped, and they were like, hey, can we help you? And we're like, Jesus Christ, Texas is so fucking nice. Like if it happens in, like, it happened to us in, like, here, home, in Quebec and Canada, and people are just like, meep, meep, yeah, suckers. It's like, in Texas, like, first car stops, and they're like, hey, do you need help? Yes, please.
Yeah.
He got
us if we were a cult, though.
That's probably a legitimate question.
Sure.
Definitely not a religious group.
We did sleep in Waco once. Do you remember that night, Steve?
Remember for that one.
We played in Houston and we slept in Waco. It was this guy's mom's house. It was a super nice house, and his mom was super nice. It was only me and you, and she was like, you guys can just, like, the mini bar is right there. You guys just help yourselves. And me and you were just getting shit-faced.
That's why I don't remember.
I have a picture. I'll show you off stream. And we were talking, drinking.
I don't remember that part.
And then I went to the pisser, and I came back, and you were so the fuck passed out in this absolutely impossible fucking... You were like bent over yourself. It was so fucked up. I was like, man, this fucker's flexible.
I remember that
what the
picture.
fuck is this?
Yeah.
You just literally ran from sitting
Probably when I
down.
started needing it.
Sorry, what?
Sitting down.
Yeah, you were sitting down, and then you like I could see like from a detective perspective, you just went like this, like
Folded
like,
on himself.
yeah, you just folded on yourself from like I'm too drunk, I'm falling asleep. Schnoop.
That's a blank.
Yeah, well,
Sure, man.
that makes sense.
There were a
'Cause
lot
I
of
remember
blanks.
Yeah.
a lot of shit.
In that
I remember
era.
a lot of stuff, but I think Satan took over my body at some point.
I remember when we did that contamination tour, we had to like go and when we'd get there and there was the beer, we would have to like grab a bunch of beer and like stash it, because if not, like fucking Unearthly Trance and Minsk and Face Down, and shit would, because those bands played fucking shit faced.
And we didn't.
But
yeah.
we were the only band who was like, we don't drink before we play.
But by the time we were done playing,
Yeah, and by the time we were done playing, all the fucking beer for the tour was gone, and we caught on and we're like, fuck it, let's just grab a bunch of beer and stash it in our van. So we can drink it after.
Drink them. Me?
You drank them?
No, I actually didn't drink you guys a beer. We never know. We had so many free beers.
Yeah, it was
always PBR
It
though.
was always PBR,
No.
and it's before PBR was, when we did that tour. It was before PBR was a thing in Canada.
Well, it was before it was cool. It was just cheap beer. It was like
Yeah.
diarrhea-inducing fucking cheap beer.
Yeah, because I remember even the guys from Unearthly Trance being like, "I'm not fucking drinking this." Like near like this like 30-day tour. At the end, they were like, "We're not drinking this shit anymore." Like everyone would just go to the bar and pay like, there's only like $3-4 anyway for a beer.
Because I
No.
remember. Yeah, I think we played Greensboro, North Carolina, and we got there early, and we did like, you load in, you look at the venue, and then we opened the cooler, and I remember so vividly it was Stella Artois, and we were like, holy fucking shit. And then we started drinking right away, which we pretty much never do. And I remember us playing that show not very well in front of nobody, but still, it was like, we got good beer tonight, fuck this shit, we're gonna drink it, we're not gonna get fucked.
Yeah.
We're not gonna like
Yeah. Take that, promoters. Don't fucking ever give your bands good beer, because they're just gonna fucking get wasted before they play. I remember also on that tour we played Las Vegas. We're the only band that showed up at the Las Vegas show.
that was awesome.
Yeah.
Because all the other bands were like, we're in fucking Las Vegas. We don't want to go play this show to like fucking 20 people. Fuck it. Like, we're just going to get fucked up. But us being like super gung-ho, we're like, let's go play. We're the only band from the tour
Money
that
at
showed up.
us.
Hmm?
In, people are throwing money at us. Or money.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Oh, yeah.
I remember that.
What I remember is the next day when all the when we saw the other bands, and we were like, "Hey, where the fuck were you guys?" They're like, "Well, we just like fuck it."
I
They
still
partied.
have a DVD of fucking Minsk on that
That magic carpet.
I have that on DVD. I still
Dude.
have that. I
All
know, I
those
should
bands
rip
are
that.
fucking. They're high. They're so high. I've never seen people so like. You can visibly see it in their face. They're so goddamn high, and they're on this magic carpet, and then there's a blue screen behind, and they're just going. And
We were so much the odd band on that tour.
yeah,
It was all like stoner and doom metal and just like,
Yeah.
and we're like this like technical metal band. It was weird.
still, it was good. It's
Yeah, it was
weird, but
fun.
it's good.
In hindsight, everything's awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like you guys said in the last thing, nothing really bad ever happened, you know.
Yeah, we're
man.
lucky.
No.
No accident.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Couple flat tires, couple van fuck ups, but
Yeah,
Couple of everything, multiple by amount of shows, and yeah, but
nothing major.
a few break-in, one break-in in the van, and that's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in Hamilton.
break-ins. I remember in Montreal, we're sitting in the back. I don't know who I was with. Guy shows up in the window. Scared when he saw us sitting in the back.
What was this?
Yeah, they were saying in the van,
Montreal.
and one guy was kind of eyeing the van. Like they were in it. Yeah,
wow.
Hey, chaos.
Montreal, of course.
We're
Montreal.
hanging out in the back of the van. This guy was coming to smash our window. We just saw that we're hanging out in the van. Like, we're back.
What?
I'd say for that.
Well, what I remember with you, Steve, is Columbus, Ohio. With Regurgitate? Yeah.
I think I remember.
We slept in the van and we got woken up by whoever was living in the house in front of the van because we pissed outside
What?
next to the van.
Remember
And they were
that.
flipping out. They were like, animals pee outside.
Every night.
Yeah, I know, but and the guy was
Nice.
outside with his hose, like hosing down the fucking street because we peed outside because we got.
Regurgitate tour?
Yeah, that Regurgitate tour was pretty brutal too, party wise.
Yeah.
Those guys
Yeah, it
were
was.
savages because they were on vacation. They were like,
Yeah.
"Fuck it." They would show
Oh,
up
yeah,
to the
those
show. They were
guys
fucking
don't
plastered.
They don't fucking care.
The bass player never slept.
You slept sitting down
Just
all
the
the
Jager Red Bulls all the way.
Oh,
Vodka
dude.
Red Bulls.
Vodka Red Bulls and those fucking tobacco pouches, and there was always like stuck tobacco on their fucking lips, man. Those guys were awesome too, though. It was funny.
Oh, that was
That was
great.
a wild tour. I think that was one of the last tours we did that year.
I don't even
That was
remember
like-
what year. 2007 too. Yeah, 2007.
Yeah, 2007.
That was right. Emeth tour. with Heaps of Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of my funnest. The Hemoth tour. Hemoth tour, I think, was in June or something. Because I remember they're from Belgium.
Yeah.
And they showed up with like fucking winter coats and shit. And maybe this is like pre-internet for serious.
No, internet was there, but someone told them
But,
it was
yeah,
cold
someone
in
told them
Canada.
it was, like,
Pre-internet, as if Europe
like-
figured out our weather because of the internet.
Well, I don't know what the fuck they were thinking, but they showed up with like winter coats in like June. It's like, no, dude, it's like fucking hot here in like in the summer.
Shit. Yeah, we
it's funny.
went to the fucking Niagara Falls.
Oh yeah, it was a fun
Jesus
tour.
Christ. Yeah, it was fun. It was funny.
You remember Vil, Niagara? This could go on all night.
Yeah.
We just heard this. Remember, we just heard this smack sound with like a smashing of plastic. And we turn around, this fat lady just tripped and landed on her camera. In Niagara Falls. Anyways, I remember.
Oh,
stuff like
poor
that.
lady.
No, I don't remember.
Down, and we just saw this lady face flat on her camera that she just fell onto. Holy crap, man, that was funny.
That sounds really touristy, you know, when you're just like looking through your camera and then you just eat shit. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Well,
those
we're
were
old.
the days.
What's the next?
We did a show with Unexpected Mavericks.
I don't remember that.
I don't remember that either.
At Mavericks?
I don't remember that.
We played with them in Winnipeg, and we played with
In-
them.
Drummondville or Trois-Rivières, something like
Yeah, the
that.
Commonville.
Drummondville.
What we got?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, at the
Trois-Rivières Metal Fest.
Trois-Rivières at the Trois-Rivières Metal Fest. That fest was fucking awesome back in the day.
Sorry, guys. Yeah, thanks.
You good? Yeah.
Thanks for showing up, guys. This was pretty cool.
Yeah. It was super fun. Christoph. Yeah, Diva.
Diva Fest. Oh yeah.
Of course, fucking Mark. We were trying not to say it. Why would you say it? We weren't gonna say it. You McGee.
Yeah, don't open that door.
We weren't gonna say it. We weren't gonna say it. You didn't have to say it. You just hit it. Masculine Fest.
Dude Fest.
Dude Fest with all the most dudest bands. How many dudes are in your band? You're in.
I don't know where this is going.
I'm just gonna say it was literally Diva Fest.
Ah!
I won't say more.
No, not on the internet.
That's all I'll say.
Don't put that on the internet.
Yeah, thanks everybody. It's been a fun time going down
really
years
good
ago
time.
memories.
Fucking memory lane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a great time.
Yeah, it was good. It was all good until fucking McGee mentioned Diva Fest. Now I think fucking total buzzkill.
And I say thanks, Steve, for joining us. This was pretty cool to catch up on all those crazy stories.
Yeah, it was super fun
Computer,
catching
so
up.
I could be fun.
Yeah. Like you were there when we did like
Yeah.
the craziest period that I think we've ever had in the band. You were there and fucking somehow we all survived it. It's pretty awesome to talk about it like a decade and a half later.
Stories Vil mentioned, I remember all those good memories. Great time.
Cool. Well, we'll.
Man, I can't fucking write. Jesus Christ. Anyways. Well, yeah. Thanks to everybody. These are. At least we're having fun. Hopefully.
They're at a show in 2 years.
Yeah, I can't wait to go to an actual show. But in
Yeah.
the meantime, live streams are cool.
Yeah.
In the meantime, this is it.
This is it.
Yes.
The Facebook interface is so dog shit. Literally, they put like the button that says like stop your stream is the button right under like where you write to chat. It is so god awful. I pressed it and it was like, are you sure? It's like, what? No. Jeez. Disgorge Mexico next? Actually,
No.
next month we have
No.
something completely different.
Yeah.
No, is it? I don't even
No,
know
we
what
can-
it is. I'm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, we're gonna have our buddy Dave Hall hang out with us, and he's the guy that did all our. He did not all, but he did a whole bunch of videos for us. From the Sound of Smashed Head. What was the next one? Drift. Yeah, I don't think he did the whole Disgorged
Drift
Mexico
is a
DVD.
movie.
the whole Disgorged Mexico
Yeah.
movie, High Street video.
So many videos that
Yeah,
we have a
a
hard
lot of
time keeping
videos.
track. Well, yeah.
Everywhere
and then-
Yet Nowhere, and then he did the Dropping Like Flies
Yeah.
video recently.
The brand new video.
He's gonna come and hang out. We're gonna watch those videos, and
That's cool.
yeah, I don't know. We're gonna get some backstory. So that's the plan for next month. We'll do this again.
It's good. It's going to be completely different because I know absolutely nothing about these videos. Or
We
how
don't
it
know
goes
anything about the videos either. Like I think that's one of the fun things about Dave is we know Dave and we kind of just trust him. And he's like, I'm gonna do a video, and we're like, all right, here's the song, and he just does it, and we're like, fucking cool. That's awesome. He's just as weird as us, and it always works out.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So yeah,
Thanks
we'll
a
do
lot,
that.
Steve.
I think we will do a Disgorge one at some point.
Yeah, that would be sweet. I mean, mine as well.
Yeah, I was thinking we'll do it probably in the summer or something, because that's when we recorded and that's when it came out. But yeah, if you guys have any other ideas, definitely like message us and let us know. We have a lot of fun doing this stuff, and it's cool that you guys come and hang out with us and gives us something to do while no one's allowed to leave their house after 9:30. At least we aren't allowed to leave our houses after
we're not
9:30. Maybe you are, but we're not. But yeah, Steve, it was fucking awesome getting to see you again and hang out and fucking relive this shit.
Yeah, man.
And,
Good time.
We'll cheer in real life.
yeah,
Hopefully sometime soon.
One day in real life, we'll fucking get to
Each other again in real life.
and do this again.
We see in person. Real life sounds like a really French way to say this, but it's my fault. Cool.
Nah, bref. So yeah, thanks again. And yeah, I guess so. Next time is gonna be March 25th. 25th.
25th.
That's right, motherfuckers. March 25th.
Mark on your calendars. March 25th. Fix. March 25th.
Jesus Christ. Well, that's pretty much it. That's a good time to go straight to the outro.
Thanks so much, guys.
Thanks a lot.
Well, I think we'll put we're gonna upload this shit on YouTube.
Yeah.
Right. At some point, we'll throw a link to Steve's. Steve's doing a lot of really cool music. Throw a link for that stuff too. I think we did at some point as well, but
And put the again, yeah.
yeah, we'll do it again. But yeah, thanks again.